Greetings and Assalamualaikum to Miss Zalina and my group members. My name is Azrina binti Ahmad and I am going to present about the introduction of this assignment topic, which is rural poverty in Malaysia. Malaysia, with its various landscapes and range of economic activities, shows a considerable difference between its urban and rural areas. According to Khalid, lower population numbers, less access to infrastructure, and a major reliance on agriculture for survival are the characteristics of rural areas. Besides that, there are many unique differences between rural and urban areas. One of the differences is the income gap between rural and urban populations, which continues to exist, with people living in rural areas typically earning less than those who live in cities. People who live in rural areas have certain challenges that make poverty permanent. For example, rural people suffer several crucial issues, including gaps in educational resources, inadequate healthcare facilities, and limited work opportunity. According to the Malaysia's Department of Statistics, a considerable fraction of households in rural areas struggle to meet their necessities, with the poverty rate in these areas being significantly greater than in urban areas. In Malaysia, rural poverty is a complicated problem with its beginnings in socio-economic inequality, restricted access to basic services, and difficulties particular to rural livelihoods. A comprehensive strategy that combines targeted measures to expand educational opportunities, diversify sources of income, and improve infrastructure is needed to address rural poverty.
A very good day and greetings to Miss Alina. My name is Sherin Jalong and today I'm going to present problem or issue on rural poverty in Malaysia. So let's begin with the first problem, which is out-migrations. According to John Alexander Smith, out-migration refers to the migrations of people, either alone or in family, in search of better opportunities, better living conditions, or a way out of difficult situations. Out-migrations in Malaysia significantly impact rural poverty by reducing the labor force in traditional industry and agriculture. This leads to a decline in productivity, affecting income sources. For example, Bra, a district primarily based on agriculture, has experienced difficulties due to out-migrations, with many younger residents seeking better job prospects and higher pay in other countries or urban areas. We're moving on to the next problem, the aging populations. Aging population represent a change in the age distribution within a society. With a higher proportions of individuals growing older than younger, rural elderly residents often lack access to social support networks such as pension plans and social security benefits. Many of these elderly residents, who often work in agriculture or unorganized sector, lack formal retirement plans or social security payments, making them vulnerable to financial insecurity. The Malaysian Department of Statistics reports that a significant portion of the aging populations lack access to pensions, leading to increased poverty rates. Following that, the problem on rural poverty in Malaysia is shortage of labor, which also has an impact on social and economic life. It lowers agricultural productivity, especially in states like Perak and Kedah, where the primary source of income is agriculture. The Ministry of Agriculture and Food Industry cites example of how scarcity impacts crop yields and incomes, leading to an increase in rural farmer rates of poverty. Social problems including drug abuse is the next problem that causes rural poverty in Malaysia. Addiction in rural areas worsen due to insufficient rehabilitation facilities and resources for drug abuse treatment. Healthcare delivery differs between urban and rural areas, with most urban services covered by the private sector. Rural areas have a shortage of doctors, with only 45% of doctors and 25% of specialists working there. This underserved population is mostly younger, less experienced doctors, and rural population lack access to high-quality healthcare due to physician shortages and increased physician burnout. Last but not least, one major contributing factor to the problem of rural poverty in Malaysia is the lack of appropriate job prospects for young people living in rural areas. The country's strong reliance on traditional industry like agriculture has led to youth unemployment. This lack of economy diversification and limited employment options in states like Terengganu and Kelantan leave young people with limited opportunities for income generation and socio-economic advancement. The over-reliance on agriculture has not changed to meet the changing labor market or the goals of the younger generations. That's all from me. Next, I'll pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Greetings to Ms. Zarina and my fellow friend. My name is Tayang Nur Suhana binti Aban Zainuddin. Today I'm going to talk about the implication of rural and urban poverty in Malaysia. The first implication of rural and urban poverty in Malaysia is economic impact. Outmigration often result in the loss of working age individuals from these areas. This can lead to a reduction in the local labor force, impacting agricultural productivity and local businesses, as well as limiting opportunities for economic growth in these regions. The dwindling workforce may strain the agricultural sector, affecting the cultivation and harvest of crops and consequently diminishing the overall output. Additionally, the reduced population in the rural areas can result in a decline in demands for goods and services, negatively impacting local businesses that rely on the community purchasing powers. The second implication is healthcare. An aging population often leads to a decline in the growth of gross domestic product. Aging population typically requires more medical care, including treatments for chronic diseases, surgeries, and long-term care. As individuals grow older, they become more susceptible to conditions such as heart disease, diabetes, and various forms of cancer. Consequently, the demand for medical care to manage these ailments increases. Increased healthcare expenditure strain public budgets, necessitating strategic financial planning to ensure the sustainability of healthcare system while maintaining quality and accessibility. The escalation of criminal activity is frequently associated with both rural and urban poverty due to underlying socio-economic factors. The economic challenges associated with limited job opportunities can have significant social ramifications, with some individuals resorting to criminal activities as a means of securing income. When faced with the desperation of unemployment, certain individuals may turn to illicit behaviors, including drug trafficking and other criminal activities, as alternative sources of income. This phenomenon underscores the complex interplay between economic circumstances and prevalence of criminal behavior, highlighting the importance of addressing root economic causes to mitigate social consequences. Last but not least, political instability. The intricate relationship between youth unemployment and political instability is a dynamic and multi-phase phenomenon that has profound implications for societies worldwide. As the global landscape evolves, the issue of burgeoning youth unemployment has become increasingly intertwined with the political fabrics of nations. To comprehend the link between youth unemployment and political instability, it is crucial to analyze the root causes of youth unemployment. Factors such as economic downturns, inadequate educational systems, mismatched skills, and insufficient job creation mechanisms contribute to the soaring rates of unemployment.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I'm going to explain the solutions and recommendation based on the issue. The first one is mobilizing your resources through land development programs. When it comes to carrying out development initiative, Malaysia has firmly integral to represent the economic development to benefit all citizens and descend inequality. Therefore, the idea of growth with equity serves as the equivalent of the post-independence development push. The focus here is on how the government mobilizes social through land development program. For instance, the new land development scheme for rural area is safeguard land for a sustainable living environment and general wealth in Malaysia. There are many fertile areas, in particular Felda lands, which have the potential for a higher return in modern agricultural industry and business sectors. With vast agricultural lands, Felda can be a leader in the large-scale food industries, either for local consumer or for export. For this to take place, Felda needs to play a key role in promoting and generating various rural economic activity to boost the gap between urban and rural areas. Secondly, modernizing and developing the agricultural and rural sector. By exporting agro-industry commodities like palm oil, rubber, and cacao, the rural areas produce money and provide food through their agri-food businesses, which include paddy, fruits, and vegetables. For the benefits of the public, several project programs and infrastructure have been created. In order to expedite the transformation of rural communities, the administration implemented and transferred technologies in all initiatives and programs. In this regard, contemporary automations and innovative technology should be the government's goal in order to modernize and improve agriculture. Malaysia rural development is significantly influenced by modern technology. Productivity can be raised by using mechanized technology to boost crop yield, both in terms of quantity and quality. This technological advancement make rural areas more vibrant, effective, and fruitful. Not only that, giving rural human capital access to industrial and vocational training, financing options, and associated services will enable people to work outside the agriculture or launch their own enterprises in both rural and urban locations. This can help them to build up their knowledge and boost their agriculture not only within the rural areas but also in the urban centers. The use of contemporary machinery and technologies make rural communities and the agriculture industry more dynamic and healthier. Next solution is by improve the poor's quality of life by providing infrastructure and social amenities. For the people living in rural areas, this means having access to roads, power, potable and pipe water, healthcare, and educational facilities, including schools. As part of this program, a register and profile of extreme poverty-stricken households were created, and projects tailored to their individual needs, such as more changes to improve their income and employability, better housing, food supplement for the kids, and support for their education were implemented. The focus of the project and programs aimed at eradicating poverty has shifted to satisfy the expectations and sustain high living standards of its citizens from the multi-dimensional perspective in a more demanding environment while continuing to provide quality employment opportunities. Another section is New Economic Model and Development Framework. This NEP was very successful in removing previous barriers and advancing the country's social and economic development. One of the main tenets of Malaysia's post-NEP development agenda is inclusivity, which aims to guarantee that all people, irrespective of gender, race, socio-economic background, or geographic locations, benefit from growth and development. The new development framework is guided concept on merit-based, need-based, merit-friendly, and transparency. Through a more integrated and comprehensive social protection system, Malaysia has also begun to focus development strategies to address socio-economic uncertainty and vulnerability among the bottom 40% of households, which includes women, children, youth, adults, and people with disabilities. Lastly, empower the roles of civil society and poverty eradication. In addition to the functions performed by the governments, civil society in Malaysia, including non-governmental organizations, NGOs, cooperative, and the business sector, is crucial to the reduction of poverty. In this sense, the ability of government representatives as well as the established framework for organizing, carrying out, and overseeing will have a major impact on how effective government activities are in reducing poverty. In Malaysia, the private sector and NGOs have supplemented government effort to address poverty in recent years. This collaborating closely and bolstering government initiatives, they offer the impoverishment, small business loan, industrial training, in employment perspective, education and health for children, and improve housing. For instance, like the Amanah Ikhtiar Malaysia is the NGO that had the most success in eliminating poverty in Malaysia out of all of them. As to summarize this, Malaysia's experience in eradicating poverty has always been linked to the country's fast economic growth and pro-poor policies implemented within the framework of growth and distribution. Government effort was sustained and social political stability was necessary for this accomplishment. While the modernizing of the agriculture sector has enhanced productivity and contributed to the rising income of the rural poor, the economic rapid expansions have given the poor and lower income groups in urban areas significant prospect for high-paying jobs. Other programs with high-impact outcomes include microcredit, entrepreneurship, education, and training. The multi-sectoral comprehensive approach, together with the complementary roles played by the NGOs and the corporate sector, also played a significant part in the successful elimination of poverty. Let us just all from me regarding the suggestions based on the issues.
In a nutshell, the frequently encountered problem of rural poverty in Malaysia is a complex issue requiring both comprehensive and particular options for resolution. As was previously said, there are many contrasts between rural and urban areas, ranging from social amenities to economic prospects, and people living in rural areas face particular challenges. The evidence, which includes statistical data, highlights how urgent it is to address rural poverty as a major national priority. According to Idris, in addition to the functions performed by the government, civil society in Malaysia, including NGOs, cooperatives, and the business sector, is crucial to the reduction of poverty. In this sense, the ability of government representatives as well as the system in place for planning, carrying out, and overseeing will have a significant impact on how well government responsibilities in reducing poverty work. To sum up, acknowledging and addressing rural poverty in Malaysia is not just a strategic need for sustainable development, but also a moral obligation. Policymakers, community leaders, and stakeholders can use the suggestions and potential solutions discussed in this assignment as a guide to work together to reduce rural poverty. That is all from me. Thank you for listening.